Hi all, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share out information about the mysterious disappearance of a 25-year-old pregnant mother of 3 who went missing over a month ago after visiting her boyfriend, the father of her unborn baby, at his home in Gary, Indiana. Emma Baum was last seen by her boyfriend, Antoine Butler, after her two sisters say they dropped Emma off at his home on 25th Avenue and Connecticut Street on October 10th of 2024. Emma was 9 months pregnant with Butler's child on the day she mysteriously disappeared. And according to Emma's family, she wanted to talk to her boyfriend before she went into labor and gave birth to their baby. Her family said that was the last time they and her 3 children saw her. As of the time of this video, her family says Emma would have more than likely already given birth. So they're not only looking for Emma, but they're also looking for her newborn baby as well. Along with her family, a volunteer search party has been searching for Emma. But Emma's mother said in a press conference that I'll play for you later in this video that they haven't received much help from police for some reason. And they're relying heavily on the public for help because the situation is flat out terrifying. Emma's mother stated that Emma's phone was shut off when she was dropped off at her boyfriend's house, and she was planning on getting it turned back on the day she disappeared. So the family had no way to contact Emma when she didn't return home from her boyfriend's house the following day, when she told them she'd return to spend the day with her children. So her family had to try to reach Emma by calling her boyfriend's phone. And even though he initially told her family he saw her leave in a car with another woman, and he would help find her, they say he has changed his story a number of times, and then stopped answering their calls altogether. Then he was arrested on October 29th on an unrelated warrant. So now the family cannot speak with him at all. During the press conference, Emma's mother broke down, saying she thinks Butler hurt Emma and that he is involved with her disappearance. But the family says they don't have any proof yet, and they don't know to what extent he was involved. They are just desperate for someone to come forward with some information that will help them find her. Also, according to Emma's family, Butler didn't want the baby and had tried to push Emma to terminate the pregnancy, but she refused. Here's a clip of the family sharing this important information with Nancy Grace.
Like it's the last time she's seen, it's at his house. Abby Smith, this is Emma's sister. Isn't that true?
That is correct. Our sister Jaden and Jewel dropped her off for sure at that house to meet her boyfriend.
Now, I don't want to make an issue of this because this is a side issue, it's a collateral issue, but I'm curious. I'm very curious, Abby. This BF boyfriend, Antoine Butler, was he supportive of the pregnancy? Was he helping her?
No, there had been multiple times that he had asked her to get an abortion, and that is a fact. He didn't want it. When Emma found out she was going into labor, she just wanted to go more or less, make sure and confirm, and she decided that no matter what, she was going to keep the baby, and it was going to make her a better person, and that if he didn't want to be a part of it, that she needed to figure it out prior to fully going into labor.
The situation was not good, but the family is holding out hope that Emma is alive and may not be able to get to help. So they don't want people to stop looking for her and her precious newborn. She's described as 5 feet 3 inches tall, with naturally brown hair, which she also wears blonde, and is known to wear different colored wigs. She has brown eyes and several tattoos and scars on her arms. NewsNation did an in-depth segment on the search for Emma and what information, if any, the family has obtained up until now. It has been reported that the home where Emma's boyfriend lives was searched by volunteers, but it's unclear if police have searched it, and it has been reported that the landlord of the home has been very cooperative. Here's the information provided by NewsNation.
All right, now to this week's featured case. More than a month since Emma Baum was last seen, a young mother about to deliver another child, when she disappeared, last seen at her boyfriend's house in Gary, Indiana. Our NewsNation station in Chicago spoke with Emma's family. Here's WGN's Jewel Hillary with the latest on the case.
Emma Baum's loved ones say she was last seen early in October at her boyfriend's house, which is the brown one right behind us. For weeks now, they have been searching for her desperately and are asking anyone who knows anything to come forward.
I would like my daughter home. We miss her. Her babies need her family needs her.
Holding posters with her pictures. More than anything right now, the family of 25-year-old Emma Baum wants to embrace Emma and the baby she was expecting.
She was 1 centimeter dilated on October 4th. She has been missing since October 10th. At this point, we have done everything we can, and now we ask the public to please help us.
Emma is 5 feet 3 inches tall and about 136 pounds. She's known to wear different hair pieces and wigs. This picture of her as a brunette is how she looks naturally. Emma is a mom of 4 young children, which includes the baby she likely would have delivered by now. She was 9 months pregnant when she disappeared.
If you do see a missing Emma, she may be with her newborn baby. This case is very critical because we don't know if that baby has gotten the care that it needs.
Emma's loved ones say she was last seen at her boyfriend's house October 10th in the 2500 block of Connecticut Street in Gary. Gary investigators say they didn't receive a missing persons report until October 28th. According to investigators, Emma's boyfriend was arrested on October 29th on an unrelated warrant and is currently being held in the Lake County Jail in Indiana.
One individual was picked up on a warrant. I know that's the question out there. Was he charged? He has not been charged. No one in this case has been charged. And that individual was just on a separate FTA warrant.
Investigators say since Emma was reported missing, they have helped in her search.
There's been 3 different locations that have come up in the investigation, so that we've exhausted those means and looked into video that was possibly in those areas that she was last seen as well.
Loved ones describe Emma as having a heart of gold, someone who would do anything for anyone. And now they're pleading with anyone who knows something to help them reunite with Emma and her baby.
We love you, Emma, and if you can hear us, there's nothing that you have done to make any of us stop loving you. We trust that somebody knows something,
And we want her
and
home.
we want her
We
home.
want her home.
Anyone who has any information on Emma's disappearance is urged to contact the Gary, Indiana Police Department. Reporting in Gary, I'm Jewel Hillary, WGN News.
Joining us now is Lorenzo Longoria, founder of the NWI Independent Search Team, and also Katrina Overstreet, founder of the Missing Struggle. To you both, thank you so much for joining us. This is an urgent search, one, because Emma was so pregnant the last time she was seen, and the family now going public wanting a lot of help. So thank you both for the work you're doing. Lorenzo, let me start with you. Tell me about your group and at what point you got involved.
We are Team NWI Independent Search Team, and we founded our group back in 2015 when our oldest son, Michael, he went missing for 41 days. During that 41-day search, we went inside of abandoned buildings, inside of schools, inside of any type of structure. And during that time frame, we had thousands of volunteers helping us. So what we do now is our way of giving back to the community. So that's why what we do. So we know the pain, we know the struggle that the parents are going through, and we're there to help bring closure and to bring answers as best as possible with our team of 14. And we have currently 4 dogs that are on search and article sent.
Wow. So you know firsthand the pain and grief this family is going through. Real quickly, on a personal note, what happened in your story with Michael?
Again, he was missing for 41 days, and longer story short, he was found inside a retention pond in Crown Point. So he went off road and he was submerged underwater for 41 days.
Wow.
So
I'm so sorry.
During that time frame, we passed him at least a dozen times, and the neighbor across the road, finally, he went to the local authorities and he told them what he's seen, lights inside the water back in 2015.
I'm so sorry, Lorenzo, and thank you for sharing. And now I understand your passion for helping others. Couldn't start over, Katrina. How did you guys get involved, and tell me about your organization?
We're the Miss and Struggle. We are a collective of families that also have family members that are currently missing. So it's five of us, and we all have family members that are still missing. And we got involved because we know NWI, we work together closely on cases. While they're boots on the ground, we're in the background doing what we need to do.
So this case, you can hear the family's grief. Lorenzo, I want to pay a particular attention to the house where the WGN reporter was a moment ago, the boyfriend's house in Gary, Indiana. You would start the search there because that was the last place we know Emma was. Tell me about this property and what you all have learned.
We have went inside the property. We went on foot looking for any type of evidence of her belongings. We did find some articles that belonged to her, but obviously she wasn't there any longer. So we just had to take the trail on her last known location. So that was her last known location, but she did travel, we don't know, by foot or by vehicle around the town. So we have went there. We have talked to the property manager. He is very, very helpful by letting us go inside and search. He doesn't have to, but he has, because he's looking for answers as well and clarity of that property.
Katrina, the boyfriend's in custody on separate charges. What more do we know about the boyfriend, his background, and the family seems to think he has some involvement?
I'm going to defer that question to Lorenzo.
I'm sorry, Katrina.
Yeah.
Katrina?
Yes, I said I'm going to defer that question to Lorenzo.
Oh, okay. Lorenzo, do you have any information on the boyfriend?
Well, everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but anybody with the last person that they were with is definitely a suspect, especially dealing with this case or any case at all. The last person that was with the missing person is a high probable suspect, but again, everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
Yep, indeed. But they always start with the family and friends, the last to see a missing person in an investigation like this. Katrina, as you have looked at this case as a whole, what stands out to you, and where else do you believe police should be looking?
The first thing that stands out is very obvious. She's pregnant and was 1 centimeter dilated, and then went missing a couple weeks, a week or so later. Our biggest thing is, where's the child? Like, who did this? Did they do it for the child? Did they do it because of something that was going on with Emma? Like, there's a lot of questions out here that needs to be asked and answered. So that's where I'm standing with this.
And Lorenzo, what was going on in Emma's life prior to her disappearance? Had there been any red flags that the family has shared? Any concerns for her safety?
Her life prior to this happening, my understanding, the facts are the fact that she was in jail for some time, then she got back out, and I don't know her personally, so the family just called out on us back in November 3rd, and since then, 19 days straight, we've been out searching, gathering information, gathering clues of who Emma really is. But by her family, she is loved by many, and they're just looking for answers for her. So that's what we're here to do, is help bring closure and to find Emma and her baby. Her baby has to be born already, because again, like the Missing Struggle said, that she was already dilated 1 centimeter. So we're looking for just not Emma, but we're looking for her child as well, which is very alarming. With the elements outside, like right now in this area, it's snowing outside. So where's Emma? Where's Emma's baby?
Katrina, you work with many families. What type of support do you offer them in this space of unknown as they look for their person and they look for answers?
There's a lot of things that we do. We actually help a lot of the families mentally, just to be there for them. Hey, you can call me at whatever time of the day or night. Let's talk about it. And us as the Missing Struggle and Lorenzo's team as well, when they have missing loved ones, we know how they feel. So we can be more sympathetic and empathetic with what they're saying. We also print flyers, give out flyers. We push their flyers on social media. We make sure that the family is eating, instead of being out there all day and all night with nothing to eat or drink. There's a lot of things that we do in the background.
Yeah, no, it's just sometimes it's something as simple as a hug. I know. Lorenzo, how closely does your group and others work with law enforcement, and have they been forthcoming with some of the information that they have found as they search for Emma?
We have not gathered any type of information that law enforcement has gathered. We kind of just do our own investigation. We would definitely work with the police if the police calls out on us to help. But we are two different entities of law enforcement and what they do and what we do.
And what have you uncovered finally? Any clues or leads right now?
Right now, it's got like a needle in a haystack. We have Emma's clothing. We have our dogs that are able to scent out Emma, but we almost like she just kind of just vanished, and we're just looking for answers. So the clues that we found all lead back to the place that she was dropped off at that evening. But that's where we're at. We're just kind of like at a stalemate. So we're looking for other people to come forward and to express what they've seen, what they've heard, to help bring closure to Emma and her family.
Lorenzo Longoria, Katrina Overstreet, thank you so much for the support you're providing this family and for also working with us as we try to get this case out there in the headlines. I appreciate you both, and we'll be in touch. I also want to welcome in Lizette Guillen. She's the producer for Case File Chicago. You're also working this case, and we saw you in our WGN affiliate piece. Thank you for your time. What can you share on possible leads and any clues that you have found?
Well, of course, I don't investigate myself, but I work very closely with the police departments that do the investigations, as well as the people, the independent search teams, such as canines. We are supportive in the role that we put a spotlight on these cases. These cases, of course, are all important. This one being especially critical because there is a newborn child that's involved. We don't know if that baby has been born. Well, it should have been born by now, but we don't know the condition. We don't know if that baby or mother needed medical care. So this is an extra critical case that needs to be kicked up a notch. Investigators are talking to several people. The boyfriend, as you mentioned, is also a person of interest. He is currently being held at the Lake County Jail in Indiana on failure to appear warrants.
Okay. In my notes from my team, you shared that there is a camper that they're looking for. What more can you add to that?
There is a camper that came in recently. The photo was shared with detectives, and there is a camper that they're looking at. They don't believe that the body is in it, but they do think it has some connection somehow, some way. So police are actively searching for it to come through the area. It's been known to drive around Gary, Indiana. So police are actively searching for that so they can take a look in the vehicle and see what they can come up with.
Any specifics about the camper, what it looks like that people should be on the lookout for in that area?
The camper it's not an RV. Some people kind of mix the two up. It is a camper. It's on wheels. It's one of the smaller ones, and it looks like an older type model. It is beige and light beige in color, and again is known to drive around Gary. Although police think that it's not housed in Gary, but does drive around the city of Gary.
What more, as you talk to the family, Lizette, have you been able to gather about Emma's final times publicly, where she was seen last, who she was talking to, any concerns about her safety before she vanished?
There was huge concerns from the family because how far along she was in her pregnancy. Her mother actually pleaded with her, do you have to go today? Because she was going to the boyfriend's house. It's believed that she wanted to talk to the boyfriend about the baby that was coming up. So they were going to have conversation. The mother, though, knowing that she was so far along in this pregnancy, said, you have to go, you don't have to go. That was the last time that Emma's mom, Janie, saw her. And her two sisters dropped her off physically at the boyfriend's house on 2500 block of Connecticut Street.
Does Emma have other children? So she was at the end of the term of this pregnancy. How many other kids does she have?
She's got 3 other children. One of them is 6, and the other ones are 2 and 3.
Okay, and who's caring for those little ones right now?
The family is all taking care of them. This is a tremendous family. This family is very loving. It's a very big family. So for Emma to go missing like this is really unlikely because there's so many of them that talk on a daily basis and stay connected. that this is really unlike Emma to just go missing.
You know, one of the things that we run into often, and I know, Lizette, you do in your work, is the community wants to help, but oftentimes misinformation can get spread, and I believe that's been the case, at least in part, in Emma's disappearance. Anything you'd like to clear up that's misinformation floating around as people search for her?
Yeah, thank you, Mark, for bringing that up. This is a real case. These are real people. I know a lot of times people like to help. They want to help. However, if you do have certain information, please take it to local authorities. Take it to the Gary Police Department so they can cipher through it and triage it as they need to, instead of putting it on Facebook. We're seeing a lot of information being put on Facebook, and those things could hinder a case. As we know that there's some stuff that may be sensitive, and those things really need to be getting to the police department. On top of that, as they're putting out information, people are starting to come up with their own conclusions to what happened to Emma and the baby. And that could cause people to just stop looking altogether. If they feel like there's a certain suspect that's already there, they may feel like, well, we don't need to look anymore because there's already somebody. And I do want to clarify, at this point, there are no suspects, just simply persons of interest.
All right. And finally, are there any active searches planned? I'm looking outside here in Chicago right now. We've got snow coming down. It's getting cold. Any searches planned now or in the days and weeks ahead?
There is one plan from the Gary Police Department. I'm not sure on the date yet. Today's weather is, snowy. And I know that the independent search teams have gone nonstop. I mean, rain, sleet, snow, they're going to be out there. So they're greatly appreciated by the family and the community who has seen them every day searching. But as far as law enforcement, I know there's something coming up, but I'm not sure when.
All right. Lizette Guillen, I thank you for your time, producer for Case Files Chicago. We'll be in touch as we continue to follow this case and pray for the family that they have answers and they have Emma home soon. Thank you so much. If you have information that can help locate Emma Baum, you can contact the Gary, Indiana Police Department. Here again is her picture, and she is known to have different color hair. Her natural hair color is brown, and we've seen an image of her with short hair. They've got a tip hotline. That number is 866-CRIME-GP.
Please consider sharing out Emma's information as much as possible. Even though people are working with her family to search for her and her baby, they need more help. She has 3 young children at home, ages 6, 3, and 2, who need her and want to meet their new little baby brother or sister, and a family that's worried sick about her. And if she's somewhere in trouble, her newborn baby is too. Her family held a press conference to ask for the public's help to find Emma, and it's truly heartbreaking. They are scared. For her baby, for her children. And they desperately need answers that they haven't been getting. I'll play their press conference for you now so you can hear all the details they share and their complete and utter desperation to find Emma and her baby. Thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to Emma's story and her family's heartbreaking journey to find her. She's been gone for over a month. It's time to bring her home. Here is her family's press conference so you can hear it right from them. Stay safe out there, and please pray for Emma and her baby's safe return.
So if you do see a missing Emma, she may be with her newborn baby. This case is very critical because we don't know if that baby has gotten the care that it needs. And of course, Emma, I'm sure, is also in a state of where she needs additional medical care. So we need to put an extra critical on this one because now we understand there is a newborn that is possibly with Emma. Again, Emma went missing. She's been missing over a month now. 9 months pregnant, and she may be with the newborn baby. If you have any information, please call the Gary Police Department. You can also call 911.
Say it, spell your first and last name.
Hi, my name is Jamie Baum, Jamie Baum. I'm Emma Baum's mother. I would like my daughter home. We miss her. her babies need her family needs her, and if anybody knows anything or can help search for her, could you please help us? We need her home. Thank you.
Say something for your mom.
Okay. My first last name, Jamie Baum, Jamie Baum. Want to say anything, baby?
I miss your mom. Show me your poster.
We drew that for your mom. Okay. He drew that down there for his mama.
You want to tell your mom you miss her? You want her home? Tell your mom you miss her. You want her home.
Tell mom you miss her.
Was your mom, and I hope you can come home. And I believe in Jesus, and I miss my brother and my mom.
Good job.
No, okay.
Hi, my name is Abigail Smith. I am Emma Baum's older sister.
We're just going to get this a little higher so that we can hear you. Is that good for everybody?
My name is Abigail Smith. Abigail is Abigale, Smith, Smith. We've all gathered here today because we are looking for my sister. She was 1 centimeter dilated on October 4th. She has been missing since October 10th. At this point, we have done everything we can, and now we ask the public to please help us. We have put our own lives at risk. We've went into abandoned houses. We've dug in dirt piles, looking for any and every source of evidence that we can possibly find to connect us to be able to bring her home. My sister is beautiful. She's energetic. She reaches for the sky just like a sunflower, which is her favorite. At this point, without anyone's actual help, we cannot provide any answers for her children, and the holidays are coming. We want her and her baby to be safe, and anybody at any point, any time of any sun, night, it does not matter. If you are willing to help us, you will be rewarded. We need her to come home. All of us, grandma, sisters, brothers, family, friends, we will not stop until we know where she is. So if you guys can please provide us some answers, you will be doing us a huge favor. And at this point, you will be a hero to so many. As you see, we stand here in the middle of Gary, Indiana, because my sister had a heart of gold. It didn't matter who you were or where you were. She cared, and she was willing to do whatever she could for everyone around her. Now I ask for you guys, please, to do the same. We love you, Emma, and if you can hear us, there's nothing that you have done to make any of us stop loving you. It is time. We are here. We will do anything to keep you safe, to get you back. Just please come home.
We just needed to come home. I've always been here for all my grandkids, and Emma's the oldest of this family. And like Abby said, she was the best. And I know she loves her babies, and Camden misses her so much that that's it. Please help us.
Spell your first and last name.
I'm sorry?
Spell your first and last name.
Barbara, Barbara, Waddell, Waddell.
You're Emma's grandmother?
Thank you.
You're Emma's grandmother?
Yes. I'm her dad's mom.
Question?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
So sorry for all of you, what you're going through. Would anyone be able to share with us the last day that you saw Emma? Obviously, we're near where she was last seen. Could you give us some information about what those last hours that you knew where she was were like, so we can share that with our viewers?
Well, she was dropped off at her boyfriend's house, her boyfriend Antoine, and her sister Jewel and Jaden had dropped her off on Thursday night, and she had promised she'd be back Friday to do something with Camden Friday. And she didn't show up home after that, so we called, and we didn't get any answer Friday. And then we waited Saturday, called her boyfriend Sunday, and he had told us, and told me, that he seen her leave with some girl in a car, which we found out that is not true. So, and then he also told my other daughters that other stories. Yeah, we don't know, how she disappeared from this address right here at the moment.
So, hi, I'm Evelyn from Channel 7. So, this is the area where she gets dropped off?
At the house behind us.
That one there, or this one here?
The brown house behind us.
Okay. And is this where this Antoine...
He lived in the back, yes.
Okay, he doesn't live there anymore?
He's in jail right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, and no disrespect, man, he's obviously, he's the child's...
Father.
Baby's father.
Yes.
Okay, the child's father.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give us some information about how long they've been together?
They've been over a year. They've been together over a year.
Did she give any indication? Was she concerned about him? Was he nothing?
No, no, not that. Was they... Not that we're aware of.
What have police told you so far about...
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Only once, and then it wasn't very good. And the detective doesn't return my phone calls.
As it relates to Antoine, you said he's in jail now?
Yes.
Is that related to...
It is now.
Is that related to this case?
It is now. At first, he got picked up in Hammond on a warrant. They picked him up, and then he's in there, so now he's being held for this case.
As a person of interest in
Yes.
her disappearance?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you believe he had something to do with her disappearance?
Yes, I do.
What do you think happened?
I think he hurt my baby. And we need to find where she's at.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Oh, I think he hurt my baby.
If Emma is watching this or hearing this, what do you want?
I wish she was. I love you.
If Emma is watching this, Emma, your baby wants you. He wants to know why you weren't there for Halloween. He wants to know when he's gonna meet his brother or his sister. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Right, we are waiting. And no matter what, we will not stop until we know where she is.
Absolutely.
It does not matter what we think. What matters is what's getting done. We need help. We need help. All of these families need help. Our family needs help.
Yeah, we need to search for Janiyah as well.
We need...
She was taken or lost at the same time, around the same time.
We would like them to start answering the calls when the family has tips and they're trying to help our own selves. That is what we need, is every police department, every agency. This is not just one missing woman. We have children that are missing.
We need the detectives and stuff to start working with our family and return my phone calls. I've never even had a meeting with him.
What's the detective's name?
Salazar?
I'm sorry?
Salazar?
Salazar. Okay. Do you have a first name on Salazar, or we'll figure it out? You know where this is.
M. Salazar.
We'll figure it out. I may have already said this, but I'm sorry.
Camden.
Camden, and how old is Camden?
He's 6.
Okay.
He's her first child.
Okay,
And then she has another child, Lucas and Emberly. They're all home with their dads and nanas. She has 3 children, and the baby would be 4.
Okay, and what are the ages?
He's 6, 3, and 2.
Okay. And where? And I'm sorry if you said this earlier. Where? Did Emma live? Was it here?
She always stayed with me most of the time.
Is that in here?
Back at Portage,
Okay,
yeah.
Portage. Do you know if Emma had her phone with her wallet?
She had her phone, but she was going to get it turned on that Friday. That next day, she was planning on getting it turned on before she got home.
So she doesn't have,
It
so
was
she
not
doesn't
on.
have a phone. Okay.
She was just using Wi-Fi if she.
Right. How long had she been dating Antoine?
I think over a year.
Okay. All right.
They've been seeing each other.
Do you have Antoine's last name?
Butler.
Yes.
Antoine Butler.
And when did he go? When was he taken into custody? When did he go to?
What day was that? The 29th, I think it was. He got picked up on a warrant in Hammond.
October.
Oh, October. Yeah.
So he's being held on the warrant, but he is a person of interest in her disappearance.
Not well. He went to court, and that was taken care of 2 days ago. And
The warrant was taken care of 2 days ago?
yeah, he already went to court for that. So now he's just being held for Emma for this case.
They can only hold somebody for a very short period.
Well, I'm not sure.
This
I don't know about
gentleman
that yet.
actually has a huge past. I do not have enough information to speak on him at this current time. Realistically, he is not our concern. He was the last physical person to be with our sister. We do have a message from her. Her last message was sent at 5:32 p.m. saying that she had arrived to meet him at this location. So from here on out, nobody can prove anything or find anything from point A to point B. The last message was, she is here, to Antoine Butler. If he has any information, we would really like the detectives and the police to actually start putting, and we are unable to ask him because he is incarcerated for things that he did prior to this. That is unfair. They're making it harder for us to be able to find her, to know if she went to a specific house or a location. And we want to make sure she's not hurt somewhere. What if she can't call us? And she did not have an active phone, but Emma would never go this long without talking. She has a sister or brother for almost every day of the week. Our grandmother. She has people that love her, and regardless of what anyone may say or think, we do care. There's nothing that she can do to make us not love her.
Everybody loves her in this family deeply.
How do you spell Antoine's name? Do you know?
Antwon, and then Butler is Butler. And Emma, if you're out there, I'm never gonna learn these TikTok dances without you. Like, you are important.
May I ask one more question? You know, I'm noticing you all keep saying there's nothing you can do to stop us from loving you. Things. What has occurred that would make you say?
If she's out somehow, you know, if she's out, you know, somewhere hearing us or anything, there's like she needs to decide if she's the one, you know, out there.
So what you're saying is, don't, you know, if something's gone south, you're not in trouble. We're
Right.
not
Yes.
angry.
Right. Exactly.
You know, we love you. Come on home. We want
Right.
to make sure you and the baby are safe.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to be
Absolutely.
clear
Thank
about-
you. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't want. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I just want to make sure I'm clear so I understand.
No, that's exactly it.
And then, to your knowledge, is Antoine, is he in custody in Hammond or is he in Gary?
Lake County Jail. Yes, he was picked up in Hammond for his own problems.
Warrants,
We don't know what they are. Our biggest concern has been her. Antoine did send a message to me saying that we can do anything and everything possible to help find her, that he is 100% on board because it is his child. But his story changes and everything is different. And at this point, you know, we trust that somebody knows something
And we want her
And
home.
we want her
We
home.
want her home. We need her, Emma.
Have you been able, anyone in his family reached out or been able to be helpful to you in any way?
Not at all. No.
No.
Do you know about how old he is? Approximate age?
Do you? I'm not sure.
Do you know how old he is? 28.
You mentioned that you've searched different places for her. Where have you looked?
All over Gary. Abandoned buildings, people's houses that we know.
We've knocked on doors. We've stood
All
in the
over.
middle of the road. We've put signs up on poles, every gas station from point A to point B. Like, handed them out. Anyone on Facebook, we've been through Facebook. We've mentioned everybody that's been friends with her, trying to connect who's friends with her as well as him. Like, we are putting in a lot of effort. We are risking our own lives going into these places against what anyone says, because she is our number one priority. Like, we will do whatever it takes, and if I get in trouble for trespassing in an abandoned house from the city of Gary and they are unwilling to go in there, then I feel like they are not doing enough to help us. It's not just one, this is two. That child was 9 months in her stomach. That is a full-term baby. Right? We have people fighting for 8-week fetuses. Why can't anybody help find a baby that should physically be here?
We need search team. We have had no one try to, no one in county or anything for the police to search for her yet at all. No search teams, no dogs, no canines, nothing yet.
Team K9, they have been amazing. They have been helpful, but we have had to go out of our way to find people that are willing to help us because they care, and they don't even get paid to help. So can we please take some of our resources, what our taxes, what we help provide for? Please help us before we have more that are hurt, more that are lost. This place is scary, yes. We shouldn't be doing it alone.
Yeah, you're right.
We shouldn't be doing it alone. Yes, so
My sweetheart. He's okay.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Galvin, Sylvia Galvan. I'm with Circle of Love from Northwest Indiana. Just want to tell the community that we need your help. We need help finding Emma. We need help bringing her home to her beautiful family. She has children waiting for her. Her little guy here wants his mom to come home. Someone out there knows something. Someone always knows something. You can call, be anonymous. Just please call the Gary Police Department or reach out to one of us, and we will take information from you so we could bring Emma home safe, her and the baby, so she could be with her little guy here and the rest of her family. That's all.
Thank you. I just want my daughter home. We all miss her greatly. I need my daughter.
thank you everyone for being here. We do appreciate you. Thank you, Team K9.
Can you want to say something?
I just want to say one thing. How proud I am of my granddaughters. They have walked these streets every day since they found out she was missing. They all stuck together no matter what. And I worry myself every day because I can't be here with them doing this. But they are wonderful. So please, Emma, please come home.
Stay right there. Say a prayer. Heavenly Father, we ask that you put your healing hands over this city and over this family. We ask that you heal this grandmother, this mother, her children. Give us a signal. Give us the way. Lead us to where we can find Emma safe and sound so this family and this grandmother and her father, sisters and brothers and her children can sleep at night. You know, we ask the public to open up your mouth, open up your eyes. Listen to the sounds that are out here. Listen to what people are saying. And if you have that information, call the Gary Police Department and give them that information or reach out to the family. We ask that the neighbors that stay on this block here reach out and see if you have anything on your surveillance footage cameras or if you know any knowledge of where this young lady is and bring her home. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.